Good morning, campers. All things considered, that was a pretty good sleep. I woke up about an hour ago at 6:15, and I've just sort of been dozing on and off since then. I haven't had a look outside yet, so let's see what the new day brings. Well, it's looking like a nice day out there. I suppose I should get up and get some breakfast on the go. There you go, folks, one clean campsite. Remember to always leave no trace. Somewhere on the side of that hill is my route upwards, and I'm heading for there first. Better get going. Welcome to the summit of Achilech. Achilech apparently means the old woman, and after that ascent up from my camp, I feel a bit like an old woman myself. The wind up here is spectacularly strong, and I'm not going to be hanging around here for too long. I'm at 997 meters. The views all around are glorious. It's a bit of a haze, but I can see a good distance. I'm not hanging around here too long. I'm going to get my waterproof jacket on to provide some protection from the wind on the way back down, and then I'm going to get down again. So the wind's definitely been stronger than I was expecting, which leaves me a bit concerned for how it's going to be up on the other summits. I'm meant to be camping up high tonight, and I'm really starting to question whether that's a good idea. I'm going to get some lunch, look at a map and see what escape routes I have if I do go back up onto the ridge. So I've had a look at the map, and once I go back up onto the ridge, that's me committed to being up there and camping. And you can probably hear the wind in the background. It doesn't seem to be dying down. I knew there was going to be a bit of wind, but this is more wind than I was expecting. There was a couple of times I had to just stop walking and stand still so I didn't get blown over.
So I think the sensible thing to do is going to be to cut this trip, not necessarily cut the trip short, but adjust my plans. That rock has got an incredibly impressive mossy head of hair. It's like a troll has lain down to drink from the stream and well, turned to rock. Pretty cool. Let's go on a journey together across this bridge. It's a bit old and a little bit scary. And again, but you know what? I've crossed worse. Oh, it's good to get a seat. The gap you can see behind me just here, that's the path that I've followed down. I say path, it's marked on the map as a path, but the sphagnum moss is certainly taking a lot of it back. I wonder if there's something about the fact it used to be a path with the hard base and stones that makes it more likely to become swamped. When I was on the top of my second hill for today, I never got a chance to speak to camera. The wind was just far too strong. I sat down for a few minutes, but yeah, I don't think you would have heard me if I'd done much talking. So the second hill I was on today was Skurbrek, which apparently means speckled hill. I can't see it from here to take a guess at why it got named Speckled Hill, so we'll just have to let that mystery lie. I definitely made the right decision to come down off those summits. There's still a bit of a breeze down here, but it's only a breeze, and it will be very easy for the tent to cope with that. So if I'd went up, I would have had to go 10 kilometers before I'd any chance of finding somewhere that I could, well, definitely drop down and shelter. There may have been other features in the ground that I could have taken advantage of, but I didn't want to risk it. So I think I'm happy with the decision that I made to drop down. Hills will always be there another day. As it was, to get to this point, I've done nearly 11.5 kilometers today, and just shy of 1,000 meters of ascent. I'm going to go and see if I can find somewhere with a view of the loch to camp for tonight. There's no point camping in the same place as I did last night and waking up with the same view. I'm going to go and see if I can get a different view for tomorrow morning. So I guess this is going to be tonight's campsite. It doesn't have the view of the loch. It doesn't quite have the view of the loch that I was after, but it is surrounded by trees, so it's well sheltered from the wind. I am not too far away from a good source of water. Had to cross it to get here. Once I drop my stuff, I'll probably head back there and fill up my 2-litre bag. But this is it. This is where I'm setting up tonight's base. Ta-da! Welcome to the kitchen. It's currently 6:15, thereabouts. It's 8 degrees, and I randomly decided that this little bit here, which has got a little dip in it, would be the best place for me to sit. I've had some rehydration drink. I had a nice cup of tea, and now I think it's time for dinner. The instructions say it needs 250 ml of water, but my experience with these expedition foods is that they tend to need at least twice that. Looking up, I can see that the clouds are still whipping by fairly quickly, so I'm happy with my decision to come down off off the summit ridge. Sit it there. Let's take a guess at how much water I think I used. So I think I boiled about 600. There's about 200 left, so 400. Not quite double what they say, but getting there. Welcome back. I've got my gloves. I've been sitting here feeling the wonders of being in the outdoors. I've waited 10 minutes. I found a tick on my jacket, so that got evicted. Hopefully I haven't picked up any passengers. And now I'm going to see what the verdict is for my Thai green chicken curry. Fat boy version, 800 calories. Doesn't have too much water in it. I haven't accidentally made soup. It does taste nice. Right, before I retreat into my tent, let's have a look at the map. So I started down here by the river today, and then I followed pretty much this blue line all the way up along the side of what is called the Nest of Fanich. I followed that all the way around, picked my way up, and got to the top of a Chaillich, which, as I said up there, is apparently the old woman. I didn't linger long there, and I set off and came down and across, continued following the blue line. I detoured to hit the top of Tomenkoinich, and then came back down, followed the blue line to the top of Skurbrek, and then continued on down, all the way to this Bialach here. That was the point where I should have started another 300 metre ascent, but based on the wind speeds that I had experienced, changed my mind and followed this dashed path, which was very boggy at times, all the way down, following this stream, all the way down, pretty much back to where I started, and then I started following this blue line for, what's that, 1, 2, probably another 2 kilometres after it ditched off the map. And that's what happened today.